Inductors. Inductors consist of an iron core or any other core that has insulated conducting wires. Wound around it. So picture-wise, we could think about a solenoid or whatever. It has some length. So I'm going to say that this is the core. It could be an air core. And then I have conducting wires. So then these wires are going to look something like this. And so what's happening is that you could imagine that I have current that's flowing through these. And these are the conducting wires. Self-inductance typically called inductance is a measure of the ability of an inductor to store energy in its magnetic field. When current flows through it. There are two ways to view inductance. Recognize the similarities to the capacitance because they're both storage elements. One, inductance that goes by the symbol L is measured by the magnetic flux, not the magnetic field, but the magnetic flux, typically written as F of B or phi of B, to the current, where the inductance is the proportionality. Constant. Between the flux and current. In other words, the inductance L is equal to the magnetic flux to the value of the current. Now, the second way to look at inductance here is the characteristics of the inductor or the inductance is a function of magnetic material and geometry. In other words, the inductance is also the material that makes up the inductor times the geometry of the inductor. And that's written, the material is the permeability, and then it's proportional to the number of turns squared, the length of the inductor divided by the area. So just to make sure that the language is clear, because there are two L's here, we'll say that mu is the magnetic permeability value. We have N, by the way, I should block this off because this is important. So I'm going to get all scrunched up, so I'm going to move this down. N is the number of turns. L is the length of the inductor. And A is the area of the bore. There are three inductor behaviors that one should know. One is, how does current flow in an inductor circuit? Two, what is the current voltage relationship or relation for inductors? And finally, three, inductors can act like open circuits and shorts.